John Scarne was left this country in the early 50s and went to Cuba, where he worked for the government in Cuba in the running management of big, huge gambling casinos that were down there in Havana.
Batista.
And he was an expert on, well, he was a self-made expert. And he had to come back when Castro took over Cuba. And that was in
1960.
about 60. And he had to get out of Cuba in the middle of the night. He just barely got out alive because they were killing everybody that had anything to do with the other government.
Batista government.
Yeah, Batista. And so he came back to New York, and I heard he was back in town, and I was up at Lou Tannen's, and we were all standing there, and the door opened, and in walked Scarne with a cigar, a little Stogo cigar over here, you know. And he says, all of you who want to see the heralded and much vaunted second deal of John Scarne, line up here and you will be witness to it. You know, sort of bravado, you know, I'm going to fight the bulls today, or what, you know. And he pulled out a deck and started doing, you know, and he was good at it. And the guy I can't think of, Frank Garcia, that's the guy. He said, Scarne, you want to see somebody do a deal? And Scarne kept going, and the guy turned around and said, hey kid, come here, pointing to Percy Diaconis, who was 10 feet away. And he says, do the tops, bottom, second alternating deal. And so Percy's got this deck, and it's about that thick. It looks like it's just come out of the gutter. You know, there isn't any way you couldn't even deal tops off of it, you know. And he's standing there on the counter dealing tops, bottom, seconds, top, bottom, seconds, top, bottom, seconds, top, bottom, seconds. And Scarne looks at that for a few minutes. Percy looks like he's 12. You know, he's a little diminutive, and he always looked younger than his age. And Scarne says, shit, and walked out. And that's the last time I saw him.